guys, what's up? So I am in a little bit of a different location. I'm in Hawaii right now. We're on vacation and we are doing a trail ride today. I am dressed in like beginner rider's first outfit kind of thing because obviously I'm not like bringing riding boots and stuff. I'm not that crazy. But I do have like a riding shirt and just leggings. So, beginner rider's first outfit. But yeah, we are currently on vacation and we are staying at this lovely cove, and we're gonna drive about an hour 15 minutes, hour 30 to the place where we're gonna horseback ride. It takes us on the coastline and then through the woods, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but I figured I would take you guys along with me because that's definitely something different. So let's go. Okay, yeah, I was talking super quiet because there were people next door, but didn't say I was in Hawaii. So here's a couple pictures from that real quick, just from before I went and rode. This was all of what we were doing for 5 days, and then we had 5 more days after I rode. So this is kind of right in the middle. But we were on the west coast of Maui, near Napili and Lahaina. And then we were driving more towards the east coast. And this was the view from our cove, a lovely view. So we got up around 6, we left around 7 to get there at like 8:30-ish. They had a bunch of different farm animals on the property. They had like pigs just like running around, little baby piglets, and then like this is one massive mama pig. How great. And then I got all ready. I went over to see the horses, and that horse at the very beginning ended up being my horse, which was kind of weird. They asked me my like skill level, and I was like, advanced. And they're like, how advanced? I was like, well, I've been riding for like 8 years, so I'd say pretty advanced. And they're like, yeah, okay. And then we watched the guy demonstrate how to mount a horse, how to hold the reins. And this was my mom, who I went with as well. And she got a horse named Kojak, who was very beginner friendly and very, very slow. And then my horse, this is Crab, which I learned why he was named that pretty quickly, because when the lady asked me, how experienced are you? Because she wanted to put me on Crab, and she was like, so you know how there's dominant horses in a herd and whatnot? He's a very dominant horse, so he doesn't like other horses near him. And I was like, great. But we started off the trail. We walked along this like dirt road for a while until we got to some more scenic jungle. We had a little short bit that was uphill. Most of it was downhill or flat. So this is us going uphill. I started out being right in front of my mom, and then she fell way behind because she was too slow with little Kojak. This was our first lovely scenic outlook. It was so pretty. And the lady that was one of our guides said that they actually filmed a waterfall scene from Jurassic Park here, which was really cool. So this was like, 25 minutes into our ride. We stopped and got some pictures. Crab was not a fan of Kojak being so close to him, and had his ears back in pretty much every single photo. And I have ridden a lot of horses. I have never ridden a horse that has had their ears pinned back as much as Crab has. But he was a really good boy. Like, definitely not for a person who doesn't know what they're doing and doesn't know how to ride. And there were some of those people in our group, so, and they kept freaking getting so close to his butt. And I was like, guys, can you not do that? And they literally, our tour guide said before we left, they're like, make sure you keep a horse distance between you and the horse in front of you, and like just all the horses around you in general, because they could kick out and whatnot. And I was like, duh. But apparently that's not duh to people, because they were getting so freaking close to Crab, and he was like flattening his ears against his skull. But he was really good. Another thing they said when they were going to put me on him, they're like, there's this opportunity at the very end where you get to canter. Do you want to do that? And I was like, yes, I would like to do that. And they're like, good, because he will, even if you don't want to. So I'm not going to put you on him if you don't want to do that. And I was like, I'm good. I'm great. So then we rode all the way down the mountain onto some flat, like, grassland, all the way to our, like, second scenic outlook location, which was, like, right over the ocean. This side of Maui doesn't really have any beaches, so we couldn't do any, like, riding on the beach. It's just kind of cliff and rock, as you see here. So none of the rides in Maui offered anything like that, which was like the one thing I kind of wanted to do. But this view was so pretty. It was like absolutely gorgeous. So we stopped here for a second, took some more pictures, and Crab was not a fan, but you know, we were close. We didn't need anyone else. We spent the first half, or not even the first half, the first 25 minutes in the back with my mom. And then after that, the guides were like, yeah, you're coming up front. Crab's kind of a horse that needs to be up front, because he was also like setting the pace, and he was going. He also kept like just trotting up hills, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's go. And I was trying to pass this one annoying person when we were going up to the first scenic outlook, and I was like, okay, Crab, trot, let's go. And he was like, okay, we're cantering, and we like just cantered up the hill. This person just like, she didn't know what she was doing at all, and her horse just didn't listen to her either, and he kept like running into the bushes, and then she would get mad, and she's like, he's not listening to me. This stupid horse, he's not listening. And I'm like, girl, you're like literally not steering him right at all. I'm like, what are you doing? What do you mean your horse isn't listening? It was just like surprising how many people just like didn't know what they were doing. But like, she was really annoying about it. Then after that second outlook, we kind of like, me and one other lady stayed towards the back with one of the guides, because he said that we were gonna stop while everyone kept walking, and then we were gonna have that time to canter, because it was a nice, pretty, like, flat space to just go. So we hung back for a little bit, got to see these, like, gorgeous views, and then we went and cantered. So this is our kind of a little bit of a gallop. This is my mom recording. She was clearly doing a great job. And the guy was like, okay, we're gonna go. And I was like, okay, great. And then he like didn't go, so I kind of ran into him a bit at the very beginning, and I was like, I'm sorry. And then we just had a little bit more back, and this was Mr. Krabby Pants after our ride. I'd say we had a very good time together. Hi, so it is much later. I'm back home. I got home a couple days ago, but just started editing this video. The trip was amazing. The trail ride was really, really cool. So pretty. We started out at the barn. We got to ride up the mountain first. We passed a little bit of jungle area, had the first scenic outlook, which is where those pictures are from. Yeah, my bird is trying to chime in. And like I said, the like waterfall scene from Jurassic Park was filmed there. And for the description of the ride, they say you get to view waterfalls from a distance. So I'm assuming that's where it was, but we didn't see any waterfalls. But it's okay. Maui is in a drought right now, so I'm not shocked. Then we went back down the mountain and down to the coastline, and then came back up, pretty much. And oh my god, it was so freaking dusty. Like, and it was red dirt. Like, all the horses, all their tails were just so dirty. And the one guide said, yeah, if you want your horse's tail dyed like that, just bring them here for a week and you'll never be able to get it out. So
That was, it sucked because literally caked in mud. They had little baby wipes that you could wipe down after, and you just run it over your face or like your arm, and just came back brown. So that was lovely. But honestly, other than that, the trail ride was great. The weather was really good. It wasn't super hot. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed a different kind of video, and the next vlog I'll have is Vermont Hits Summer Festival. Bye!